Now, some of you are not gonna like the first thing on this list of craziest things that I've manifested. In fact, I'm pretty sure my parents were horrified that I manifested this. So some of you might not like it, but it is one of the craziest things I've ever manifested. And I want to share some of those crazy things with you in today's video. So let's just jump on in with the first crazy thing that I've manifested. And this happened a few years ago during the pandemic. Okay. And so I know during the pandemic, a lot of people were very cautious. They wanted to stay hunkered down in their houses. They wanted to stay protected. And I respect that. I really do. I just wasn't one of those people. You know, I wanted to be out and about. I wanted to be able to leave my home. I wanted to be able to go places. And so early on during the pandemic, after we went under lockdown where I live, I made it my mission to come out of lockdown. And so where I live specifically, which is in Brevard County, Florida, we were only under lockdown for less than 6 weeks. I think probably worldwide, we had the least amount of lockdown probably anywhere. Now, I can't say for a fact because I don't know what they were doing in like Sweden and South Africa. I don't know. You guys tell me. How long were you in lockdown? But where I live, not so much. And that was one of the craziest things that I ever manifested. And I credit it to something that's really important if you want to manifest your dreams, which is not falling for the hype. Okay. And so there's lots of stuff out there in the news. A lot of people will be telling you things, reasons to be afraid, reasons why you can't do things, reasons why things can't work out. And it's super, super important for you to learn how to block all of that out. And so, you know, during the pandemic, when we were under lockdown, I totally did that. You know, I shut off social media. I wasn't going to talk about it. And I just lived my life as normal as possible without feeding into the hype. And it totally worked for me. So maybe not the manifestation you would have wanted, but for me, I was really psyched to be able to get back out into the world after only a few weeks. Now I've got something else crazy that I manifested, and I manifested this last night because I knew I was going to make this video, and I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could manifest something crazy just to put it in the video. And so this was really cool. This was really exciting. And it has to do with football. So I'm filming this video in advance. It's not going to go out for a few more weeks, but last night before I filmed today, was the Super Bowl. So here in the United States, we love a game called football. It's different than the football played in other parts of the world, but you've probably heard of it before. And the Super Bowl is like the big event. Well, the team that we were rooting for, my husband and I, was the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm a big Patrick Mahomes fan, okay? And we went to a Super Bowl party where everybody except one other person at the party was the opposing team's fan. So it was a party full of Eagles fans, and we were the only 3 people who were rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs. And right before halftime, Patrick Mahomes gets injured, and it looks pretty bad. So he had sprained his ankle the game before, and it looked like he might have broken his ankle. It looked really, really bad. And in that moment, it just looked like it was over. It was over. The Chiefs were down. The star quarterback is injured. It's not going to happen. And I'm like, you know what? That would be crazy. You know, I want for him to come back and win the game. And I would love to see if my husband and I could also win these bets that we have going on. And so we played some Super Bowl square games where, you know, you pick some numbers, and if your team has the winning score after each quarter or whatever it is, you end up getting paid out. Well, it was wild because he ended up winning the game. So the Chiefs came back. He was back on the field. They won, and it was amazing. And we won the final pool with not just one of the squares, but 2 of them. And it was crazy because the winning square on both of them were in different places on different boards. And yet we managed to pick the same square on both boards and ended up making $675. So that was last night. And for that one, What I credit that one with, this is a really great strategy if there's something you want to manifest. Don't just manifest it for you, but manifest it for someone else. Like, I wanted the Chiefs to win, and I wanted to win the squares. I wanted to win the money. But if it was all about me, sometimes you can get really resistant with that. And so what I like to do, and I did this last night, is I make it more about other people. And Patrick Mahomes injuring himself made me feel like, you know what, I don't just want this for me, I want this for him. I want for him to have the glory, I want for him to come back. And that's a lot less resistant of a way to try and attract something, is to make it almost for someone else, not just for you. And then with the squares, my husband had put money in the squares. Okay. So these were kind of his picks. And so, yeah, I wanted to attract the money, but I wanted him to have that experience of getting the win. Okay. And so that's a really great way. If you have a dream, something that you want to materialize, find somebody else who would benefit from it, and have some good intention for them, that you want to see them win. It's a really great non-resistant way to put your energy out, your energy of intention, and to allow it to come back. Because it's not just something you kind of want for yourself, it's something you really want for somebody else. It just, for me, it's a much easier way to attract things quicker. Now I have some more crazy stuff to share with you that I have manifested, but first, if you enjoy law of attraction videos that teach you how to manifest the life of your dreams, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, turn on your notifications so that you are notified whenever I release a new video. I put out content like this every single week, and I know you'll enjoy coming along for the ride. All right, now the next craziest thing that I've manifested, this is an oldie, but a goodie. So you may have heard of this one before, and let me know, if you've heard this story from me before, are you like an old time video viewer? If you've already heard this story before, let me know below. But this is a story about my back. And so years ago, I injured myself really, really badly. I had ended up injuring and re-injuring my back 3 separate times. And on the 3rd time, I was just toast. I could barely even walk. Like, if I was up walking around for more than about 5 minutes, I had to not just sit down, but lay down, because I also couldn't even really sit. I had a very hard time sitting upright or walking upright. And so if you can imagine, that's extremely debilitating to not be able to sit or to not be able to walk or stand. And so I ended up going to a chiropractor, and I was going religiously, wasn't getting better. They had taken some x-rays and decided in my final appointment, you really need to be referred to go get surgery. There's nothing else that we can do for you. You need to go get surgery. And in that moment, this kind of goes back to what I said before about not buying the hype. I remember being in that office and thinking, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't want to believe this. I don't want to believe that I have to have surgery and get cut open. And I want to believe that I can just get better. So you know what I have to do? I need to leave this office right now and never come back. Right? And let the chips fall where they may, but I'm not going to put myself around anybody else who's going to tell me that I can't get better. And it was amazing, because within, maybe about a month or so of leaving that office, I was better. I mean, I wasn't 100%, but I was walking, I was sitting, I was getting better. And I just got better and better and better. And today I can do like back bends. I can do all kinds of crazy stuff. I have no problems with that anymore because I didn't buy into the hype. And that's a big one. That's kind of crazy to go into a doctor and to have them say, there's nothing we can do to help you. We gotta cut this out and put this over here. That's all we can do. And for your body to literally heal itself because you just decided that that's what you wanted. But again, to do that, you absolutely cannot buy into the hype. That's so critical to manifesting outlandish dreams that nobody else believes in. And if manifesting an improvement in your physical body is something that is important to you, I have created a free tip sheet that includes my best tips on manifesting physical fitness. So if you would like to get your body where you want it to be able to perform the way that you want it to perform, to look the way that you want it to look. Again, I've designed a free PDF worksheet where you can just download it, use the tips, and apply them to your own physique and your own body. And if you would like to grab that free body manifesting tip sheet now, you can go to bestbodytips.com. Again, that is bestbodytips.com. And I will go ahead, of course, and put a link to it below in the description. Also, if you are new to my work here, I would love to invite you to take my 5-minute law of attraction test. If you are ready to know for sure that you really are the creator of your reality, and what's going on up here is what is created into your world, I've designed a very simple, very quick 5-minute test where you can prove it to yourself. Put something out and watch it come back. And to take that test now, please go to manifestingtest.com. Again, that is manifestingtest.com. I'll also put the link to that one below in the description, but manifestingtest.com is the direct link. Thanks so much for watching today's video on these craziest things that I have ever manifested. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. And of course, I look forward to bringing you another one soon. Bye-bye.